Hi, Dr. Jill Crista here. I'm talking all about calendula today. I want you to be comfortable with using it. I've been talking about it a lot for fungal rashes, and a lot of people don't think of it as an antifungal plant. It has a lot of antifungal properties in tincture form. Well, tincture means it's in an alcohol base or preserve. That doesn't go on the skin very easily without irritating it. So there's lots of different ways to mix that tincture in with other things. So I'm showing you here all of the different ways you can get calendula on the market. If you have a lot of eczema problems, getting it in a massive container like this, what's inside of there is all these beautiful flowers that have been dried. And you can use, I'll show you how to use this. You can take a bath in this. If you have eczema, you can use compresses, you name it. There are also other things on the market. So here's calendula oil. So you can apply that directly onto the skin. We'll go through that. Calendula cream, calendula gel, and then if you react to any of those, there's unpetroleum jelly, which you can mix with the tincture. So we'll go through everything so you guys are comfortable. I'm going to start with the cheapest and easiest to get a lot of calendula bang for your buck, and that is to use the cut and sifted, that's what it's called, calendula flowers. So I use about, and in herbal medicine that is about, things are kind of loosey-goosey with herbal medicine when you're doing DIY make it home. Now this is for topical, so I can toss that back in. If you're going to drink this, I wouldn't have used my hands. I have boiled water here. It's hot and ready to go. So for a cup of the flowers, we want to make a really stiff cup of tea, basically. I'm adding 2 cups of boiled or boiling water, and we're going to let that sit for about 5 minutes. While that is sitting, I'm going to show you how to mix some of the other calendula things. This one you can use directly on the skin. It already has the active antifungal part of calendula in it, so you can just basically take the top off. Because you're treating a fungal rash, or maybe sometimes even eczema has like a secondary fungal thing going on, you never want to put your skin or your hands right on it. You always want to put it onto some other carrier. And for me, I just like paper towel because it's disposable, which is a little wasteful, but when you're dealing with an infection, you don't want to be reusing something over and over again necessarily. So you can put this, let's say that I had eczema right on the back of my hand, I can just lay this right over. You can rub it in, or you can keep it applied and wear it overnight with some kind of a gauze bandage or something like that. So that's one way to do it with calendula oil, if you can find this at your health food store. If you can't find it, and you can find calendula cream, now this has soothing properties. It's a soothing vulnerary, which means it helps to have the skin heal a little faster. It's very soothing. Doesn't necessarily have the antifungal properties we want because it's not the tincture form. So what I do, again, not touching anything, I take a little bit of that cream, and this is kind of like cooking. It's kind of fun. And then I take a squirt of that tincture. And now we have the soothing aspects and the antifungal aspects, and you can just mix that and apply that. So again, assuming that I had some sort of eczema on the back of my hand, now you can take it and just apply that little bit onto the back of your hand or onto that eczematous region. It's very soothing, very hydrating, and now it will have antifungal properties if your eczema started from exposure to mold or a water damaged building. Same thing goes with the calendula gel, and if you are someone who is allergic or sensitive to any of those creams, or if you have a really stubborn rash that you need something that's not going to necessarily soak in, you're going to need something that's hanging on there for a little while, like if it's psoriasis that you got from a water damaged building exposure. This is unpetroleum jelly, meaning in other words it's like Vaseline or petroleum jelly, but it's not made from gas byproducts or petrol. And so the same thing, it's not rocket science here, guys. Take a little bit of that unpetroleum jelly. Because this has no calendula other properties in it, I like to double whammy it with a double tincture. This tincture can also be taken internally. So you just mix that up, and once you have it all mixed in a pretty well, I don't know, dispersed. You see it didn't really change the thickness of it all that much. If it's still too runny for like a psoriasis to have it really stick on the rash, you can add less tincture. But again, that you can just put right on your rash. And then if you want to, apply gauze over the top. I'm gonna use paper towel as a semi-gauze. Apply the gauze over the top, wrap it and wear it overnight. So if your issue is in an area where you don't want it covered during the day, like if you have some neck or face issues, you can wear this at night. Okay, so this is the last way. This is what I like to use for babies who have been exposed to water damage building and now are having terrible skin problems that are waking them up at night, causing a lot of restlessness as they're trying to scratch. So now I've made a very thick calendula tea. So the properties there, or the ratio there is about 2 cups of water to 1 cup of flour. And now you see, we didn't get a whole lot out, and that's why I buy my calendula in the big old bag, because I deal with people who have a lot of skin issues. And now this gets added to baby bath water. You can also drink it, and you can also make a compress out of it. So again, we're gonna borrow this as if this were our compress. You just soak that in the tea, and when it's a comfortable temperature, you can apply this to diaper areas. You can apply it to bellies, anywhere on baby, and anywhere on grown-ups too. And it smells wonderful. So that's calendula, guys. Has both soothing, anti-inflammatory properties for the skin, and when you boost it with a little bit of tincture, you've now made it an antifungal topical. Thanks for your attention.